Okay, so one thing I see commented a lot in my videos is how do I pull girls? Like, many people listen to these stories and they're like, whoa, so you're telling me that this girl just fell for you? And you gotta understand, there's so much build up to it and there's so much more to it that you guys don't understand. And I don't know why you guys' brain cells just don't want to work. But today's video is something specific for you guys to watch today, and that is how to pull girls this summer. Yes, I'm gonna teach you guys in the year 2023 what's the fastest way and the best way to pull a girl, and basically the best way to basically get the chick. I said basically like 8 different times in this whole entire sentence. I apologize, but going on. Okay, so the first thing you guys want to do is, one, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and understand that you are a loser. Yes, I'm not joking. Literally just go up to any mirror and just look at it and say you are a loser. I know it sounds weird, but you got to understand, one thing that guys realize a lot sometimes is that we are too egotistical. Now, I know this because I know you've been watching your daily Andrew Tate, and I know you're watching, Zerka from, the Neon Sniper Panda podcast, and you guys are all like, oh, like, I am so confident in myself. He's right. Women suck nowadays. They're not smart. Yeah, I hate to break it to you. You're gonna have to cut all that stuff out. Don't get me wrong. It's not wrong what they're saying. Men are the superior race. Don't cancel me for saying that, but I mean, I'm going off the course of history here. But anyways, like I was saying, it's not hard to pull women. It's just the main thing you guys gotta understand is that women don't want you to be confident right away. Now, let me explain why, and let me explain the science of it, okay? Basically, think about it like this. Remember the shows back then that we used to watch? The shows like, iCarly, Victorious, all these older shows that basically showed us what high school was like. Yeah, that's what girls want nowadays. You gotta understand, many of us grew up on watching these shows, and many of us believe that, oh, like, if this happened to me, it's amazing. Why do you think movies about high school, or why do you think shows about high school do so well? Because people that are in high school or people that are out of high school kind of watch it to remember the good old days, or watch it to basically realize, hey, why didn't that happen to me? So basically, one thing that I am going to tell you guys is that basically when it comes to walking up to girls, or when it comes to, going up to women, you have to really not be as confident. Because if you walk up to a girl with full-on confidence, like, let's say you Andrew Tate this woman and just walk up to her and you're like, yeah, what's going on? 90% of the time, the girl's gonna freak out, say, no, like, this guy's too confident. This guy's gonna be like that jock in the story time of Victorious. Like, it's just a no-no. And then, yeah, one thing led to another. You're probably never gonna talk to him again, and it's just gonna be, well, it's gonna be sucky. I'm gonna say that much. And for the rest of the night, you're gonna be enjoying your left hand instead of anything else. I should know. I speak from experience. So my advice for walking up to a girl, the first step 100% you should do is basically walk up to them, but act like you are nobody. Like, I'm not joking. The amount of times I walked up to girls, not telling them that I'm a YouTuber, not telling them that I drive a Jaguar, not telling them that, I hit the gym every day. Like, the amount of times I walk up to women and cut myself short acting like the average norm is almost all the time. And the reason is because if you put all your plates on the table, that's not the reference. What's the saying again? If you put all the cards down on the table, the girl's gonna look at it, pick and choose, and then just leave. You understand, not every person wants you lay all your cards out on the table. Not every girl wants you walk up to them and just tell them everything about you. I hate to break it to you, 90% of women that, you talk to, that you tell everything to, probably don't want you. And that little 10%, yeah, the chances are they already liked you. Seriously, it's that easy. So my advice would be, when you walk up to a girl, cut yourself short. Don't talk yourself up too much. Don't talk about anything that you like. Just let them speak. Let them put their cards on the table. Make the roles reversed. You guys know you guys do realize that women get to pick and choose who they want. As for guys, we have to actually fight and try for what we want. As sad as it is, this is the science of it. And if you don't believe me, well, I mean, look at statistics, ladies. It's literally the way it is. Anyways, going on, basically, once you do that, and once you like get into that conversation phase with them, talk to them, let them speak out their passions, let them talk about, that they want to be in psychology like every other chick nowadays for some reason, or let them talk about how they want to start like a fashion business, or, all the typical stuff that women want to be nowadays. I don't know why. It feels like 2023, the only type of women I now notice is the psychology women, the chicks that just want to get married to a rich guy, or the chicks that are basically now all just, well, how do I put this? Trying to start something that God knows they can't do. Yeah, basically. I mean, who knows? Maybe they will. I'm not trying to judge here. I'm just a YouTuber, but still going on. Okay, so now let's move on to the next step. So let's say you talk to this woman. Let's say everything goes well. Let's say, you and her connected really good with each other. And, even though she was talking so much, you did everything right. Let's say now she's actually like, kind of interested in you, but how is she going to contact you? Basically, what you want to do from here is, out of nowhere, you kind of want to like pull out your phone. What I like to do is pull out my phone and like just put it on the table randomly. It's kind of like an awkward awkward movement, but I know it's kind of like an awkward movement to put your phone down on the table, but it's a very common thing. Everyone has an iPhone. Everyone has a phone in general. And by the way, for all those Samsung users, please get an iPhone. It's cringy when a girl wants to FaceTime you, but you have a Samsung, for God's sakes. Get an iPhone. But no, basically what you want to do is just get your phone and just prop it on the table. And then from there, out of nowhere, as she's talking to you, kind of like look at your phone and then go on Snapchat or go on Instagram or go to any social media platform that you want to get from them. Now, you guys are probably saying, oh, like, why don't I just ask her for her number? I'm sorry, unless you're pulling like a 30-year-old and above, no one's gonna hand out their number. I'm sorry, it's not common for a girl to hand out her number. Every woman nowadays has social media. Like, what in the world type of woman is gonna just hand out their number? Every time I've handed out my number, I'm gonna say this. These are the two things that happen most commonly. One, they ended up giving me a false number. Yep, that one actually did kind of hurt. Screw you. Sorry, going on. And two, you're gonna end up messaging them and yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're gonna be like, oh, who's this? And you're gonna say, oh, that guy from the park, or hey, that guy from the bar, or hey, that guy from, you know, wherever the hell you met her. And yeah, she's just gonna block you. Because most girls, when you hand out your number, it's weird. It's not like there's actually a face to put on to the number. You know what I mean? So my advice would be get a social media platform that you use most commonly. I usually ask for their Snapchat or use their Instagram. That's usually the best way to, you know, reach out to them. Okay, so let's say, you know, you asked for their Instagram or Snapchat, you ended up getting it, and now it's on your phone. Well, from there, basically, now this is where you have the best time to represent yourself. Now, this is where the confidence that you were holding back comes out. So basically, at this point, what you want to do is just message her, let her know she's known, let her, like, you know, let her embrace herself, talk to her, not be a simp, obviously, like, you know, let her have her space, but basically just kind of like conversate with her. You know what I mean? Get to know her, but at the same time, you get to show yourself better. So what I mean is, like, for example, if you're a major gym guy, put stories of you going to the gym. Make yourself look like a busy person. Don't make yourself look like a bum. I'm sorry, if you're literally gonna snap her all the time, she's gonna think, oh, this guy's never busy, this guy has no life, and basically one thing led to another. This guy's just a weirdo. You want to make it look like you're busy. You want to make sure she knows that you are not a loser. You want her to make sure that you have a lot of things going on in your life. And then from there, as you talk to her and stuff, you know, call her attractive, get flirtatious over the, you know, texting or messaging. And then next time you see her, walk up to her and call her cute. No joke. Just call her cute. Try to plan to see her again. That's the main thing you want to do next. And if she does want to see you again and she cares about you and, you know, she starts understanding things you are and things you do, and she's like, and, you know, she's impressed with you, that's when you know you're automatically in. I'm not joking. From there, chances are they're in my bed the next day and we're doing the devil's tango. That is my best advice to basically pulling girls when you're not in school, obviously, or when it's summertime, because everything's done through this social media phone thingy, and that is the best way to do it. All right, yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and today's video is actually something very different. So this video is gonna be very different from what I usually do. Obviously, if you guys can't tell, it's not a story time video, because usually it'd be story time brackets and stuff like that. But you guys decided to ask me a question in one of the comments in one of the old videos and ask me, how do I get girls? Give me some tips. And honestly, this is actually a video I really wanted to do, but at the same time, it got me thinking, because, you know, even though all these stories are about me, and these are real stories, by the way, I will prove that in the eventual future as the channel grows, but I wanted to make a video on basically how I get chicks, and basically how not just me, but a lot of other people that I know get girls. So this video doesn't just have my voice in it anymore. It also has my teammates' voices. If you guys don't know who my teammates are, basically, I'm in an org called Illuminate. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Make sure you guys go subscribe to them. Basically, they're like homies of mine who actually help me with grow and help me with a lot of things in this channel. And today, they're going to help me out and also give you guys tips to basically get the right girl for you. I guess that's a way to do it. So first, we're going to go with theirs. And after that, I'm going to give my opinion. And overall, we're just going to say, you know, what's the way to get a girl 101? Or in other cases, how to get the devil's tango. Now, let's get straight into it. First person, go.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Virix. I'm a YouTuber, father, and CEO of Illuminate. So yeah, I might want to listen to me. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing you guys need to know is that there is somebody for everyone. No matter how ugly you feel, how short, how tall, how fat or skinny you feel, there is somebody for everybody. I'm telling you, there are plenty of fish in the ocean, so do not ever worry about that. You will find your one. Now, if you guys are just thirsty, I mean, the first tip I'm going to tell you is just hop on Tinder or Bumble or Grindr if that's your thing, but this is for my people of age. Now, step number one on how to talk to a girl is relate to her. Try to relate to her. Try to make sure you find somebody that maybe does the same thing or has common interests as you do, because if not, you guys are going to kind of get bored, maybe clash, I don't know. But definitely relate relate to the girl. Now, there are relationships where people are polar opposites, but those are honestly very, very rare. Now, step number 2 on talking to a girl is just be yourself. Honestly, a girl loves somebody that can be themselves, whether that is a quirky person, funny person, a very confident person. Just be yourself, because at the end of the day, they're gonna end up meeting the real you if you take it that far. Which leads me to my next thing, and that is don't try too hard, or you can either come off as a douche or make a big fool of yourself. At the end of the day, there's only 2 directions this can go. She'll either like you or she doesn't like you. And like I said, don't worry, because there are plenty of fish in the ocean. With that said, also take your time, because at the end of the day, in due time, even if you're not looking for a partner, one will definitely come to you. So that's pretty much what happened with me and my girl. Honestly, wasn't really looking for anything, and now we even have a baby boy together. So those are my tips as a father and somebody who's had experience with millions of women. Okay, maybe not millions, but anyways, I'll go ahead and pass it on to the next.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Mezzy, and this is my tips on how to get girls. The time and the place always matters. An example of when to not hit on girls is while they're at work. Say you're out to eat and you have a nice looking waitress. You may flirt with her and she could totally seem into you, but they may only be sending those signals because they're trying to be professional and nice to you, the customer. How you approach the female for the first time is always key. The first impression is always going to matter. You want to make sure you're dressed nicely. I wouldn't say you would have to go all out, but definitely a nice outfit would help. The second thing, your scent. A girl always loves a good smelling man. I'd like to call it kitty potion, if you know what I'm saying. And the third, personality. Personality is most important. You don't want to come off weirdly, so be yourself. If the girl isn't feeling you, I'm sure you would know. In my personal experience, girls have always been more into me simply because of humor. You definitely have to be cautious on what you say, but if you happen to say the right thing and you can get the girl to laugh or even just crack a smile, I would say you're getting somewhere. A big key into forming a healthy relationship is not rushing into things. Take your time with the girl. Get to know her, let the time drag on, and as you get to know the person more and you guys connect, eventually the goal of getting into a healthy relationship will be achieved. Not everything is going to work for everyone because, you know, everyone is different. But as a man who has a child and has been in long-term relationships, these have tended to work for me. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, and I hope everyone enjoyed the video. It's been Mezzy, guys, and I'm out. Peace.
Hey guys, it's Shin here, and these are my tips on how to get a girl. Having confidence is a major key into how she'll react to you when you approach her. You want to have a swift walk, head high, chest out, and just an open expression on your face to make her feel more comfortable to talk to you. Don't fold your arms, scratch your neck like you came off of something. Talk a little bit with your hands, and check your posture when you're approaching her. Don't go too fast or too nervously, because in the end game, you're coming up to another human, so you need to act like one. Another tip is knowing what she likes. It tends to invite more topics to the conversation, but don't be that guy who is suddenly obsessed with ballet because she is. Like, what music do you like? Have any good hobbies? What's your favorite food? These are all topics I like to touch on when I'm talking to her, because I like music. I like doing things, and we all love to eat, right? My last tip that I have for you guys is humor. When it comes to humor, it is an art form. You don't want to be viewed as a clown, so skip the stand-up routine and just have some fun with her. Girls can tell when you're trying too hard. Relay back to previous topics, understand the topic at hand to invite the humor into the conversation. Once again, don't try too hard. If you can make a girl laugh, you can make her heart laugh. Girls like funny guys. It's what I use. Now, just go out and give it all you got. On to the next person.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ut, and I'm here to tell you how to pick up girls one-on-one. I have 3 rules to pick up any girl. I promise you it will work. Number 1, just be yourself. Girls love nothing better than a guy that could be himself. It's super attractive, and the more you hang out with them, you'll notice they'll start using your slang or your funny remark, and at the end of the day, that's a W in my book. Number 2, sense of humor. If you can make a girl laugh, I'm here to tell you, soldier, you completed your mission, because once you make a girl laugh multiple times, you already moved up in the attractive meter. Girls find a guy more attractive that has a sense of humor, even if they're not the most attractive guy. Just think of it as you're making their day better. I promise you, it worked. I wouldn't lie to you. Ask Bubba. Now, number 3 is the most important part. Literally, if you cohesive all those 2 other ones and add this to number 3, oh my God, you're gonna be getting anybody on the planet. Who's your celebrity crush? You'll probably get her. All right, number 3, just remember, be confident. I promise you, girls love nothing more than a guy that's has confidence. Girls are very indecisive at times, and they like it when a guy can make decisions, just as, what are we gonna do today? What are we eating today? Etc. Just remember these 3 rules. I call it the 3 holy rules. I promise you, you'll find a girl, a girlfriend in no time. I want to see W's in the comment section if any of these helped you out, and don't forget to like and subscribe just because Bubba's a cutie. Peace out.
All right, guys, so now it's my turn to give you guys advice. So this is from me, the one and only Bubba, giving you guys advice from all the story times I've told to now. Now, this is something insane, and honestly, I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. This is actually something that I've always done, especially in my story times you guys haven't tell. First thing I always do is I never actually, like, you know, try, to be honest. Like, yes, be yourself, be compassionate. I think a lot of us have said that, but at the same time, though, one thing you should always make sure of is that you be yourself, because if you don't, then you're just going to be weird, bro. And also have confidence. Don't try to pull a persona. Don't try to catfish. Don't try to do any of those, because if you guys can tell from my stories, it leads to a dangerous path, and it could lead to something, well, sus. And as for doing the devil's tango, honestly, there's always a right time and a right place to do it. Don't be like me and do it whenever you think is right, on the spot, boom, right there. Either it could be in a theater, a Walmart bathroom, which is a future story, by the way, but you know what I'm saying, guys? Just be yourself, and there's a right place and a right time for everything. Now, like I always say, I love you guys, and follow for more embarrassing stories or tips and tricks. If you guys have any more comments you guys want me to answer down below, just go ahead and ask. All of us are down to hang out. And also subscribe to Illuminate. Thank you guys for helping me out with this video. Anyways, peace. Okay, so what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to an insane video. Now, today's video is not a story time. I know I haven't been posting stories a lot recently, and that's because, honestly, I'm trying to come up with new types of content. That's not only me talking about how I did the devil's tango, but today we're going to be doing something so extreme to the point where I think I'm going to make every girl hate me. Today, I'm going to be exposing every girl that you guys may know. Like, I'm not joking. From your mom to your grandma to your biggest crush and even to your teacher. But today I'm going to be giving you guys the honest truth of things that girls don't want you to know. So in my opinion, guys, use this as your secret weapon, and girls, I hate to break it to you, it's time for you to get exposed. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the first one, and the first one is that you know how girls do makeup, right? A lot of girls, they wear makeup, they put things on their face, they cake it up, and sometimes they don't cake it up as much. But did you know that during when they're caking their face up or putting on makeup, chances are that their mouth is usually open? I'm not joking. Like, girls, when they do their makeup, they have this audacity to just like leave their mouths open and go like in a really weird way. I don't know. It's kind of funny in my opinion. If you have like a girlfriend or like a mom that does her makeup and does that, put like a marshmallow in there. See how funny it is. Actually, don't do that. You might choke them out. You know what? It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is that next time you see a girl doing makeup, just look at their mouths and see if it's wide open. That's something that a girl does not want you to know. Okay, so one that's very common that I think most girls know they do this a lot is that girls don't want you to know this, but crying is their secret weapon. Now, there are times where girls will actually cry because of like a sad moment or a sad event, but there are times where girls will actually just cry because they want to, like, you know, have something or want attention in some sort of way. It's kind of like their secret blackmailing weapon. Like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna cry. It's kind of crazy, kind of dangerous, but at the same time, I mean, hey, the last time I did that, I was a baby, and now I'm a man that can't do that. Wow, sometimes it is cool being a girl. Okay, so one thing that a girl does not want you to know, and like, I'm not joking when I say this, they do not want you to know this. Girls want your ex to be more attractive than them. Now, you guys are probably saying why? Like, why would they want that? That makes no sense whatsoever. You gotta understand is that when a girl starts dating a guy that's like, you know, new to them, chances are is that that girl wants to know that they're on the same attractive level as the last girl, or even more attractive, technically speaking. But basically, if you really put it in perspective, the girl wants to have at least, like, you know, some standard, and also as well as she doesn't want to seem like the only good thing that happened in his life, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it's kind of a weird one, but it makes sense if you really think about it. And actually, speaking on exes, one thing that girls do not want you to know is that when you talk about an ex, or when a girl or your girlfriend or some other girl that's interested in you finds out that you had an ex previously to them, or eventually going to them, depends, chances are is that that girl is going to stalk her social media. I don't know why girls do this. They do this with almost every person, I feel like, not even just exes, but girls have a certain way of stalking and checking on other people on social media. Like, no joke, I feel like girls should be like working in the FBI at this point, because apparently girls find out 10 times more than the average guy does when it comes to looking at girls. I don't know why. It's just a weird thing they do, or even just checking on anyone. It's just a superpower that they have. Like, I think a girl could probably do more with my setup than I could when it comes to finding out things about people, at least. Okay, now here's a really funny one that you guys maybe find gross, but at the same time, I think I find hilarious. And that is apparently girls, when they go to the bathroom, they release loud farts. Like, I'm not joking. I know it sounds weird for me to say this, okay, but apparently they fart really, really loud. Like, it's not like the common farts that us guys do where it's like, you know, a little like they go for like a pump. Like, it goes insane. Me, the last time I did a fart like that, I was on heavy amounts of protein shakes. But for them, I guess it's just the norm. Or maybe it's because they just hold it in all day and it kind of just releases eventually. You know, I gotta get off the topic of farts. Let's keep going. Okay, so another thing that apparently girls like a lot, and I found this really weird, is that girls like it when you guys get jealous. I'm not joking. For some reason, I've seen this over time throughout high school and even nowadays. When guys get jealous and like their girl sees that and it has something to do with them, they like it. I don't know why. I guess it shows them like in a higher power or a higher value. In some way, girls like it when you get jealous over anything. Like literally anything. It's kind of weird. But in my opinion, guys, if you start getting jealous, don't show it. Don't give her that power. What are we? Like, we're in 2023. Come on. Guys, have you guys ever wondered why girls like hoodies so much? And chances are that when girls wear a hoodie, it's usually not theirs. Well, I'm gonna say this much. Girls like taking other guys' hoodies. Now, the reason for this is because one, either that girl is attracted to that person and wants their hoodie, and two, I guess they just want one. I don't know. But chances are if a girl's wearing another guy's hoodie, they're doing a lot with that hoodie. And I'm talking about a lot, like going to the bathroom with it, sleeping with it, even just smelling it at a random occasion. Like, it's just very common between girls, at least. I don't know. Guys, I'm not joking. I would not want any of your hoodies. Okay, so here's one that I found interesting and I actually found pretty weird. And at the same time, I mean, it's normal. It's human nature. But you guys know how like naturally guys are really hairy. Like, you know, I have hair on my arms. I got hair on my chest. Like, you know, I have a full-on beard. Like, come on, I'm naturally hairy. You gotta understand that girls are the same way. They just groom it a lot better or maintain it a lot more. You gotta understand, naturally, if like a girl did not shave for months on end, they'd be almost having the same amount of hair as the average guy. I know it sounds kind of insane, and don't let the blonde ones fool you. All women grow hair naturally. No girl's just silky smooth, okay? No girl's like bald chicken. That makes no sense, but you guys know what I mean, right? Okay, so last one's the best one I saved for last, and this one is something that all girls have, and this is a really true statement. So I think we all know Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man has this, you know, superpower where he kind of just senses things. Well, girls kind of have the same thing as well. It's kind of scary, but at the same time, pretty cool. Because for example, let's say a guy cheats on his girl. Chances are that that girl is somehow gonna just recognize it on the guy and just know when they're cheating. It's like they have like a superpower of knowing all and seeing all, except it's based on a sixth sense, like Spider-Man. That's why I brought the example up. All I'm gonna say is that girls, like, it seems like they have like some sort of superpower when it comes to it, and it's actually really cool. So my opinion, if you're hiding something from your girl, just be honest with her, because chances are she already knows. Anyways, guys, that is basically it for today's video. Sorry it's kind of a weird one, but honestly, I was just sleeping in my bed. It's literally like 12 at night right now, and I just wanted to expose some women. So girls, consider yourself exposed. As for the guys, well, with great power comes great responsibility. So leave a like on this video so you can understand that I gave you a lot of power today. Anyways, like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories and great advice.